Good evening. I would like to call this meeting of the Neighborhood Improvement Services Advisory Committee to order. I would also like to thank our viewing audience for tuning in. Would like to ask Will Smith if he would lead us in the invocation.
Yes, we will. Please bow our heads. Lord, we just thank you. We thank you for just an opportunity to serve our community and to serve our neighborhoods. Lord God, we understand, Lord God, these are divine moments when we can help better our community. So give us wisdom, give us guidance, and give us compassion as we serve. We thank you, Lord God, for everything that we're going to talk about tonight. Let us be expedient. Let us think of others more than ourselves. We ask these things in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you for the invocation. Welcome and introductions of members, staff, and others, starting with
Brian H. Jackson, City Council Liaison.
Gloria Whitney, member.
Lynn Harvey, member.
LaShawn Harston, Neighborhood Improvement Services Coordinator.
Tracy Jackson, Director of Neighborhood Improvement Services.
Pamela Trafton, Senior Neighborhood Improvement Services Coordinator.
Dr. Sandra Bragg, member.
Jerry March, member.
Marsha Wright, member.
Jane Sutton, member.
Will Smith, Vice Chair.
Paula Jones, Chair. Now to the adoption of the agenda. Has everyone had an opportunity to review the agenda? Are there any changes or additions to the agenda?
Five needs amendment.
Or added.
Yeah. Between 5 and 6, we need to have an election appointment. Otherwise, a motion to adopt as that amendment.
Okay, is there any discussion to adopt?
Need a second.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion is carried to add elections to or between appointment, ceremony, and approval of the minutes. I think that's what I said.
Yes, that was the motion.
All right, that's about what it adds up to. Okay, motion is carried. Appointment ceremony.
You want to read them for me?
I will read the names. And these appointments are reappointments to
Right.
to NIS, to Neighborhood Improvement Services Board. And there's Mr. March.
Mr. March, you are reappointed for a term that ends, a 2-year term expiring on June 30th, 2027.
Congratulations. Jane
I'll
Sutton.
say it all at the end. Jane Sutton, you are reappointed on a 2-year term expiring on June 30th, 2027.
Paula Jones.
President Paula Jones, you are reappointed to a 2-year term expiring on June 30th, 2027. I guess all of these are June 30th, 2027.
Thank you.
Dr. Sandra Bragg, you also are reappointed to a 2-year term expiring on June 30th, 2027.
Ms. Brenda Thompson.
And Ms. Brenda Thompson she is reappointed to a 2-year term expiring on June 30th, 2027. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for your services in the past and thank you for your continued service. I like to think of this committee as the heartbeat of the city of Jacksonville because you all touched our community. So again, thank you for what you're doing and I look forward to the work that goes forward.
Thank you. Congratulations to all the reappointees. Appointments here. We now will have the election. The city ordinance regulating advisory committees requires the election of chairman and vice chairman each year. The The chairman and vice chairman may serve 2 consecutive one-year terms. At this time, the floor is open for nominations, and you may self-nominate. We will begin with the vice chair. Any nominations for vice chair
Self-nomination.
or self-nomination?
I would nominate Jerry March as vice chair for the next year.
Second motion. Good nomination.
Any more nominations? All right.
Are there any?
Are there any more nominations?
All right, Jerry March. Oh.
No, I'll wait till the next one. No. It's just procedural.
And there's a second? I heard a second.
You've already done
Did I hear a
it.
second? Okay.
I've been in on.
All right, any discussion? All in favor of Jerry March becoming our next vice chair, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion is carried. Congratulations, Mr. March. That's the easiest election I've ever done.
Been trying to get it.
No more days.
Okay, all right. And now, our nomination, the next nomination is, we will take nominations for chairman.
I nominate Bishop Will Smith.
I second it.
That was quick.
That's a good one.
Okay, all right. Any more nominations? Nominations, I move that the nominations be closed on the said day.
So you can't.
I can't do anything.
No.
Okay, I'm just helpless.
I would make a motion that we close nominations and elect Bishop Will Smith by acclamation.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion's carried. Congratulations. Please.
Please, you can get all meetings.
No, you can't.
All of those bills right now.
Do I need to do something else?
Y'all don't switch up and down?
We good. Said we did it before. We switched. Yeah, we did.
Did I switch last time?
You official now.
So you're official, aren't you?
UN, his term begins after the next meeting.
The next, all right, so I still have to finish.
Just try.
Okay. Oh, my goodness. All right. Yes, please. We did approval of the minutes. We're down to planning board update, I think.
No, we haven't approved the minutes yet.
Need to approve the minutes.
Yeah, now you're on the minutes.
We just finished the election.
Right now, we're going to go over the minutes, or go to the minutes of June 23rd, 2025. A motion to adopt or amend the minutes. Has everyone had a chance to review them? Are there any changes or additions?
I move that we approve the minutes of June 23rd, 2025 with the necessary corrections.
Okay. Is there a second? All right. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Yeah,
Okay, the motion is carried. This time we'll have a planning board update. Mr. Jerry March.
Thank you. We had no meeting in January, lack of business. August discussion was on upcoming amendments to the Unified Development Ordinance regarding fence wall standards, accessory temporary use standards in downtown district, additional wall options. So, they'll be going on to council.
We're going to, what? Is that all?
Unless you have
Oh, okay.
questions.
I was waiting for the slide to flip or something. Any
Okay.
questions?
No question?
No questions?
I do.
Yes, ma'am.
What does that mean?
Good question. Correct me if I'm wrong from the staff, but they're cleaning up the language in the ordinance regarding wall murals and stuff like
Okay, all
that.
right. That's what I thought, but
We have a couple of murals downtown, right?
Right, but it's going to open up the opportunity to do.
Do more, we can do more.
But there wasn't currently a regulation
Right.
for them.
Right.
Next, we'll have Mr. Sean Harston with Livable Neighborhoods.
So this is our nonprofit update. We do have a nonprofit executive director meetup coming this September 18th. We will be over at United Way in their conference room. So that's an opportunity for the CEOs of our local nonprofits to come together and talk about some of their concerns or some things that they want, just to collaborate together as a nonprofit unit, okay? Our next nonprofit director roundtable will be November 19th. This is where nonprofits can come and get training. We will be having Miss Lorette Legion from the Chamber of Commerce. She will be going over Robert Rule of Order during that particular training.
And do they have the times of those two meetings?
So yes, the times for the roundtable will be at 11. It goes from 11 to 1. And then for the director meetup, it goes from 11 to 1 as well.
Now, the executive roundtable, director roundtable, is that open to the public or?
No, you have to register
You have to
for it.
register.
So if you are either starting up a nonprofit or our agency that's been running for quite some time, you can come and get some training. You do have to register, and once we get all the information from our Small Business Center over at Coastal Carolina with our partner, then we'll push that information out on how to register.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have to register to actually get grants as well?
Well, that's different.
Okay.
That's different, okay?
And the only reason why I brought that up, because when people hear like different things like Robin Rules of Order and things like that, they think I can just go, they can learn the process. And I didn't want the public thinking they could just show up to learn that
okay.
information, so.
Gotcha.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Demolition, who knows where this house is?
Yes.
Was not there. I walked right there last night. It's not, well, it's not been
Street.
there for a couple of days.
So if you drive down Court Street, this is during the demolition process. All right, and right now, this is what it looks like. It has not been seeded in straw yet, but there is no longer a structure there, and it looks like it's supposed to have been getting rehab, but it never did.
What's that address?
284 Court Street. So with this demolition, we are standing at, to date, 178 demolitions within the city limits of Jacksonville.
that's a lot of houses.
That is.
And that's, okay, I know. Is that just in this calendar year or total?
No,
since we've been doing it?
total.
Okay,
Since 2010.
that's, okay.
No, we're not going around just knocking everything down.
And real quick, since we got this slide up, there are residents out there who probably could benefit from this program. Could you just take a couple minutes and explain what the program is and what it's to do and how they can request that information from us?
So through HUD, we're allowed to use CDBG funding to clear up slum and blight. Okay, we're allowed at so much money per demolition. And so any resident who has a dilapidated structure or anyone who has a commercial structure that needs some assistance with their demolition, they're able to come to us for assistance. Okay, and we see how we can utilize that CDBG funding towards that particular demolition.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
We are revitalizing our residential rehabilitation program, and this is the first one we've done in quite some time. This is a citizen that lives over on Nelson Drive. As you can see, we did significant rehab work to our bathroom. Her home suffered a lot of water damage to the subfloor and the crawl space. So we were able to put some great funding into her project. So this is the bathroom, and this is what it looks like now. So not only our bathroom was the point of focus, her crawl space, like I mentioned before, as well as her laundry room, where we're able to put that funding to work.
And you said it's revitalized, right? Mm-hmm. So that means it wasn't here, but it's back?
So we had not done a rehab in quite some time.
Now, if a citizen out there is watching right now, okay, say, man, I really would like my bathroom to be done. And there are certain elements that they have to,
Criteria.
Yes.
and criteria.
Yes.
Maybe not right now, but like just next meeting, we just kind of re-mention this again and throw out that criteria.
Okay.
Because this could be very beneficial for many other residents, and we want to make sure that they understand. Because I'm sure right now, Grandma Mary is like, I didn't know that was back. Mm-hmm. You know, so just so we can get information out to them, if that's okay.
It's good to
Most
know that people
definitely.
ask about it because they knew of it before.
Yes.
Right.
This is great.
And this is part of our resiliency to keep all of our seniors aging in place.
Yes.
So we will go through and ensure that we rehab their bathrooms, grab bars, or anything that's going to allow them to be able to stay in their homes. And that's part of our resiliency plan. We also have some materials, certain materials that we use. We also have certain procedures that we put in place. So we will look at the need, and of course, we will address the need and match what the citizens need to have happen, especially when it comes to bathrooms, roofs, and their HVA system, and of course, the foundations.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Does Habitat for Humanity play a part in that too?
No.
No.
No? You don't get involved in that?
And it says owner occupied.
That particular project was owner occupied, yes.
Is that a requirement for a residential rehab?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Currently.
Yes.
Currently, yes.
Because we
And
may
that's
have a
for
lot
city
of
owners, right?
Renters?
Also,
City of Jacksonville.
their property,
City owned.
it has to be
Within the
owned.
city limits.
City
yes.
limits of
Am
Jacksonville.
I right?
Yeah, I'm saying
Tracy?
city. Because
Can't be their property, it has to be, can it be aired property?
It has to have a clear title.
Clear title.
So, because some of the loans, some of the grants, they turn into loans, some of them are 50/50, so we can bring that information as far as get into the details of how to qualify for our program, because there are different tiers that people will be able to qualify.
Title search.
That's why I asked, because there may be a number of renters who don't own this property, that rent from somebody who would not be them, they would not be the owner of the property might approach you. But if you're renting from somebody that in and of itself would qualify you to have this done, unless you work, because like I said, I remember when the program first began, there was a big issue because many people were renting because they didn't come here for stay or whatever. And they were wondering why they couldn't in it because they were renters and not owners.
And, you know, I know I'm a real good idea factor, but I was thinking about something next year during, I think it's where we do the Appreciation Week in April.
Community Development Week.
Community Development Week. I was just thinking, maybe, or either like at a national night out or something like that. One of the festivals is coming up. Maybe we put together something that says exactly all of the programs that we do. And then, so citizens, and I'm sure we got something, but I'm saying all of them, everything that you guys do. And I know you're overworked, but.
Well, actually, we already do that. Whenever we go out into the public, we always have our flyers available for the public to get in contact with us in case they want to access any of our programs. So We already have those flyers available, and we'll email them to you all to share with the public. But as always, they can call us at 910-938-5286, and we'll be able to answer questions in more detail.
And that's what I was getting at, because sometimes, like, I get a flyer, I'm gonna stick it in my pocket, stick it in not my pocketbook, but Miss Gloria's pocketbook. But somebody to just talk to them, because sometimes people get energized by that.
And I was going to say the application is available now on the website too.
Right.
So they can visit jacksonvillenc.gov/NIS, and it does have a synopsis of the program with the application available too. So they don't have to wait until October when we come back, but they can go ahead and do the application now and speak with us.
There you go.
You all still need
That don't get on the
contractors to
internet.
be involved with that program?
I said, the people that I deal with are mostly older people that don't get on the internet, so we have to get word of mouth.
Right, so we got all angles.
And one thing I have a lot of people asking me about, what is going on with New River? Are those houses gonna sit there and just deteriorate until they fall down and we have the
We
urban
can
blight?
speak very little about
Say what now?
that area. It's under litigation. Hopefully
Okay.
we're about to
I'll get tired of them asking
meet
me.
on it. But yeah, and what people got to understand, if we went out and purchased a New River, they couldn't afford their taxes anymore.
You can't afford an apartment.
No. Yeah, and that's another thing, but we could talk on that at another time as well, because people don't understand the limitations of what we can do out there at this particular time.
I just want to have something to tell the people that you're working on it. And all these houses, they do look bad because the vines growing all over. I was down there today, and the guy said we got a lot of people that are vagrants. They going in the trash, digging in the trash, throwing the trash all out. They have to get out behind the stores and pick up their trash after the people, they're loitering. And it's getting bad down there, so.
And to a point, Councilman Jackson, you mentioned about contractors.
Yes.
We do have a need for contractors to help us with our residential rehab program. If contractors would like to get involved and bid on our projects, there's a opportunity for them to go onto the website, doing business with the city, and get on our vendors list or on our bid net list, and they will receive bids, so that we can partner with especially our minorities, women, business-owned contractors.
Do they have to be from Jacksonville?
Nope.
Contractor? Nope. So I can include Greenville, Wilmington, New Bern, yes.
Whoever can do the
Gotcha.
work. They will be vetted. They will be vetted.
Yes,
Say what now? Of course they're gonna be vetted, they already got a contract,
And we got to understand that.
Of course I know they're gonna be vetted.
No, what I'm saying
I
is
had
that.
to be vetted going back.
So if you're a contractor listening, please call.
910-938-5286.
Thank you.
all right.
386.
5286.
5286. This home right here is located on Kit Drive, 123 Kit Drive. This will be a residential rehab. This is a city-owned property that we are going to rehab for affordable home buying opportunity for those that qualify.
I used to belong to John Parrish.
123 Kit Drive.
123 Kings Avenue.
Kit
Drive.
K-I-T-T, Kit Drive.
Yeah, that's over in Belfort.
Okay?
Owner occupied and
That's where I've seen that.
No, this is not owner occupied.
Yeah, we purchased that one as a city.
That's what I've seen.
So as we go on, as we move along with the rehab of this project, we'll provide updates so that you all can see what it looks like and when it's prepared for purchase. All right?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I know that's grass.
All right. Fall, yes, fall refresh is coming up. Bishop, don't look at me like that. Yes, fall refresh is coming up, so let's get the word out. I have provided you all with flyers. The first and the third Saturday of October and November is when we'll be doing the fall refresh. This is for our minor home maintenance, such as yard cutting, leaf blowing, trimming the hedges and removal of minor trash and debris, okay? So we're looking not only for residents that may be looking for some services, they can go ahead and give us a call, but we're also looking for volunteers.
Okay.
You can come out as an individual or you can come out as a group, okay? And for the volunteers, they can go directly to volunteeronslow.org and sign up as a volunteer there, or they can give me a call at 910-938-5286.
Give me that number again, because I got some kids that you need to help. I'll let you know.
It's on the flyer.
It's on the slide, right up here. It's on your slide.
Yeah, but though they're all over, they're school-age kids, they're looking for something to do to walk the neighborhood, so I can tell them they can volunteer. Just like my grandson did when we did before, right?
But that's what she's saying, the phone number's on the flyer.
Yeah, that's, oh, it's on here, okay. Go ahead. All right, because I'm not giving them my flyer, because I gotta take this to those people.
Yes, ma'am. All right.
But I'll get you some
But
kids.
that's what we have going on with the fall refresh. Yes, ma'am, you had a question?
What is minor trash? Minor trash?
Minor trash.
I'm assuming that means minor debris as well.
Yes,
So
minor
you're
trash
saying
debris.
don't put your furniture out
There you go.
there and
No
your
no
mattresses.
furniture, no appliances. with
No cars.
No mattresses.
No mattresses.
And the great thing about it is when the residents call, LaShawn does meet with the resident to do a walkthrough of the property, so she knows exactly how much work is going to be done and what can or cannot be done.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Because we want to make sure we use our time and our volunteers efficiently, okay?
You're not trimming your giant pecan tree that
No.
sits over 5 houses, okay?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. All right. So definitely get the word out and give us a call.
Because the city can come by and do the rest of the pickup stuff.
I talked to some people last year who talked about how pleased they were with the job that y'all
Yeah, it was
did in
great.
their yards. They were overwhelmed and very happy.
There's a lot of wonderful people that came out and volunteered, and they went straight to work, so it was wonderful.
You have a question, Bishop?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, it's for after.
Okay.
For after.
All right.
Community development.
Good evening. So great news. Last we were before you, 112 Cox Avenue was up for sale, and we sold it at the end of July. So both properties have now been sold on Cox Avenue, and that leads us into Ann Street. We are 95% complete. So we are getting ready to go through final touch-ups, painter's tape, odds and ends. So we are 95% complete. And these homes are 3-bedroom, 2-bath at $208,650. They are the exact same floor plan. We have a green home and a blue home. But when you walk in, the layout is the same. Upon walking in, it's an open floor plan with your living room on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side is your dining room and your kitchen. And then your bedrooms are split. You have the master bedroom that sits at the back of the home with a walk-in closet and master bath. Your laundry is what splits the bedrooms. And then you have bedrooms 2 and 3 on the right-hand side, and they share a bathroom together. And there is a half bath that sits across from the laundry. So it's 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths at $208,650. The driveways sit in the back of the home, and they will have a walkway in the front of the homes. To be able to qualify for the home, it does require you to attend our homebuyer education course. We just had our August one. Our next one is September the 27th. And also attend our money management class, which the first one for the fall is September 6th, next Saturday. There's no cost to attend money management. That one is from 9 to 1 p.m. There is a $25 cost for homebuyer education. Also, with our home ownership program, we have a bid currently out seeking general contractors. For this fiscal year, we're trying to identify more builders to build on the lots that we have. So that bid is due September 10th. So if there are any general contractors that are watching, or if you know any general contractors, let us know. We can get the bids to them, so that way we can help build our database for contractors with our home ownership program and for our rehab program. Any questions on home ownership?
Houses look great. They have a lot of visitors peeping in the windows, going around, including me. I've done it too. Part of my neighborhood. It looks wonderful.
And these houses, they have to meet all of the HUD requirements, is that correct? As far as the amount of money that one.
The income guideline?
Yeah.
Yes, so it is income eligible for, I would say, a family.
Single person is 42.
Well, I was gonna say, because I just did a session today, a family of two, the max they can make was $51,750 for a family of two. So $51,750 for two people in the home. So that's just kind of gives you an idea of how much income they can have.
And our guidelines are also on our website.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, and so this kind of puts you in the mind of your teachers. We have city employees. You could have, we've even had some nurses identified early on that,
Nurses.
Starting out, firefighters, police. So just come, check us out. We'll go through and do a analysis, because we do have to verify the income. They do have to be able to qualify for a first mortgage as well. And then where their first mortgage comes in, we have the opportunity to fill in the gap with our City of Jacksonville down payment assistance and also North Carolina Housing Community Partner Loan Pool funds. And that could be upwards to $75,000. Our buyer that came into our last home, she was able to get almost $100,000 in down payment assistance funds.
So that would be like half of one of these houses.
Almost. But what we do is we make sure that it's not over-subsidized, but it is possible to have gap financing. We have partnered with lenders that are able to tap into different sources of funds. So we just say, call us and let's see what we can do. And if we can't do this specific one, that's where our need of contractors come in, because there may be another floor plan or another cost that we might be able to work with on the lots that we currently have to build. So we are grateful because we have a lot of buyers that are coming through, a lot are getting approved, but what our opportunity is having those houses and those contractors. All right, so with our homebuyer education, we have the next class is September 27th, and then the last one for 2025 is November 8th. And the classes are $25 per person. Lunch is included because it is a Saturday from 8 to 5. But as I tell my class, you will not feel like you've been there till 5 o'clock. All right?
Oh, these classes are held.
They are great. The Jacksonville Station. Yes, ma'am. They are awesome
On Highway
classes.
17, across from Family Dollar Store, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Where our Jacksonville Transit is. And city buses and Greyhound Amtrak bus.
I think it's rewarding that our home buyers come back and they give their testimony to the class, because they were sitting in those seats just like the people in the class. So it gives them encouragement and some hope to think that if someone did it, then they also could do it.
Yeah, so great point, because at our last class, our buyer came back to speak, and she actually had her lender, her realtor, and the city there. And that was the first time having a full team with the buyer there to see that it all comes together.
That's great.
So our money management classes, we have 3 more, September 6th, October 11th, and December 13th. And December is to make sure that you get in there before you spend all your money and before your tax returns come in. All right. Moving forward, our CAPER, which stands for our Consolidated Annual Performance Evaluation Report, it identifies how we did for fiscal year 24 through 25. The CAPER will be available for review come August 29th.
No taxes on my birthday.
And then we will have a public comment period until September 22nd. The comment period will allow you to review the CAPER, see what we have identified as our accomplishments based off of what we said we would do in the annual action plan. There is an opportunity to come before City Council on September 16th to provide your comments as well. So you may do your comments directly to the department via email, phone, or City Hall, or you may come to our public hearing meeting at 5:30 p.m. on September 16th.
And of course, we invite our Neighborhood Improvement Advisory Committee to attend our City Council meeting for support.
One second.
September 16th here.
No, she not.
Wanted to give a little update about the annual action plan that's coming up. We're in the planning process. We're starting the planning process, and we're developing the survey. The survey, of course, what we usually have is questions about our activities that we can carry out here in the city. But also just wanted to let you all know that we're inviting different departments within the city to also ask questions about improving services or how the public would think that, or give some kind of input on what the public may have to say about certain services in the city. So just be on the lookout for that. If you see that Cure Rep code, you'll be able to scan that. It'll quickly take you to the survey. Please answer those questions. It is the vital, important piece of our planning process while we developing our annual action plan. And we also, as incentives, we have some gift cards. We usually pick about 2 of those per year. But most of all, give your input. We can't spend city dollars, community development dollars, HUD dollars without public input and public comment. So please encourage the public to go out, answer those questions so that we can get feedback, true feedback. Last year we had about 257 responses. We would love to double that and get true public involvement in our city.
The September 2nd through the 22nd is that time that the public can comment, correct?
That is for the CAPER.
That's for the,
That is for the CAPER.
So the public can comment online at all on the annual action plan?
So that will come out.
Yeah, the survey I meant.
Yeah, so the survey will come out starting in November.
Yes.
And then November, it goes from November to February for the annual action plan. And then that's where we'll have the input meetings sprinkled in between that time, that they can come in person and speak, or they can do the survey online. We also have the hard copies for those that do not go online. So any way we can put a survey in your hand, we're going to get a survey.
Do we know when the dates are for those input meetings and where?
We are scheduling them now, confirming locations, so that way we can put out the actual advertising. If you are, and this is also an opportunity that if you're interested in hosting a public comment period at your church, work, community meetings, organizational meetings, let us know so we can put it on our calendar, and then that way we can work our way through.
CAPER, C-A-P-E-R, Community.
Consolidated Annual
Okay, that's what I wanted.
Performance and Evaluation Report.
I'm sure somebody else wanted that too, not just me. Consolidated.
Annual Performance and Evaluation Report. And this is one of our annual reports.
and talked about how we spent money in 2024.
Thank you.
Now, the annual action plan, I just want to say that one more time. For all those who are watching, make sure you get out to those locations, go online, and fill out your survey. Your input is needed. And we're in the South still, right? I think they used to say this in the South, a closed mouth don't get fed. So you got to open up your mouth so this committee and our neighborhood improvement services department can know where the money needs to go, whether what needs to be done throughout our city. So if you say something about it afterwards, it's already went in. You got to wait till next year. So you need to say something up front. And we know there's a lot of different things that need to be done throughout the different neighborhoods in the city. So just let it be known. Let it be known so it can get taken care of.
We want to hear your voice.
So what you saying, if you see something, say something.
Or even if you haven't seen it yet and you want to see it.
When you
say
go around
something.
town, you will see something. That's my point. That's why I ride around Jacksonville. Oh, my son told me that. Get the dream. I said, no way. You'll see it.
All right, our teenagers, it is time for our teens to come back. They actually have been in session over the summer, but this is a reminder that our youth council officially kicks off September the 3rd, which is the first Wednesdays at 6 p.m. We meet at City Hall Council Chambers. It is open to students in grades 8 through 12. Today is the first day of school for majority of the county. We have had some schools that started at the beginning of the month, but today was wide open for everybody.
Yeah.
So 8 through 12, Jacksonville Youth Council, we are ready for you to attend with us.
Can we get that flyer?
You have a flyer like that?
I didn't see one.
Yes, I can get those to you.
Yeah, because we got some kids that need to sign up this year. They qualify. Somebody asked you last year.
Do you need hard copies?
Girls.
Or do you need electronic?
She want a hard copy.
Yeah.
Hard copy. I get you some hard copy. And email everybody.
I'm sitting back there all day looking at the internet. I'm on the street. Running around looking at what's...
So one of our boards of the Youth Council is Harmony. Harmony stands for helping all reach more opportunities through new youth givers. And this is one of our most exciting roles because our teens learn how to be philanthropists. They are true board of directors that work around the table and identify who is going to receive funding in the upcoming year. In the picture, you see Jacksonville High School. They were one of the recipients last year. And we do ours award ceremony at Center for Public Safety. So even if a student can't specifically be on the youth council, but they are interested in being a Harmony Board of Director, they can come to our kickoff meeting, which is September 25th from 5:30 to 7:30, and we're meeting at Jacksonville Station, 1300 North Marine Boulevard. All right.
7:30.
And in teaching our teens exactly what it means to be grant philanthropists, we have mirrored what we do with our nonprofits with our Harmony Board, so they truly understand what it means to go through a grant process. So this year, we are introducing the Funding Opportunity Workshop because youth organizations may or may not know what the Harmony Grant Program is. And so this year, October 23rd from 6 to 7, we are inviting youth organizations to come out and learn exactly what Harmony is. So when the applications become available, they'll already know and be ready for the applications to come through. So they are really learning how to handle a grant process.
Would that flyer, Harmony be out with National Night Out? Would
Yes.
they be one of the ones we have on the table?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's good.
But I'll
That way
make sure
the
you have
parents can
some.
pick them up and, take them home, because the kids don't look at those things.
Yeah, so any youth organization, churches, other nonprofit organizations that have youth departments, even school organizations. This one is White Oak. So this was their White Oak beekeeping with the apiaries. So those were the two of the organizations that were funded last year. So this one's White Oak.
How much total money was given out last year?
We go up to $3,000. And I tell Annie and everybody when I talk about Harmony, it's one of my favorite besides working with the youth, because they really get to see what it's like going through the process. And it clicks for them when it's time for them to divvy out the money, because they'll award the first amount, let's say $200. Well, then they find out that they can only go up from that $200. They can't go down. And from that conversation, the conversations turn between they are really looking through the applications, really breaking down the budgets, determining who's going to get funded or not funded, if you're going to get A, B, and C, or if you're going to only get A. So they really scrutinize those applications and become real great stewards of the funds. So it's really a great program.
It is.
All right, one city. Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate it. One city, our city, my city moment. Does anyone have any contributions for? Let me read about it a little bit. Advisory committee members are asked to allow a moment where the members may reflect on the One City campaign, which promotes respect, caring, and collaboration between all citizens for a better Jacksonville, and to report on actions they have seen or undertaken that advances this effort.
I do have before we go into the monthly point, I do have a One City moment that I wanted to share with the group. We had a code enforcement case that I was contacted with through our code enforcement officer, and it was an elderly lady who could not cut her yard, could not cut her backyard. So I reached out to our very own Bishop Will Smith, and he went over there and he helped that lady. And he goes over there and he checks on her, and he still maintains her yard.
And that was all about community involvement. You know, it was another lady in the neighborhood. Okay, so first she wasn't able to get to the door like she should, so that's why I was asking more about the other program. But we just mobilized some of her neighbors to come check on her, make sure she has food, make sure she's okay, things like that, you know. And that's just something that we have to do. That's right.
That's true.
That's a good One City moment.
And it really wasn't to have Miss Tracy say anything, but you know, I actually had to get out the truck and go do some work.
You did.
And it didn't hurt. And it didn't hurt.
It didn't hurt.
And it don't hurt. It
Don't hurt. Don't hurt.
Yeah, so thank you guys.
We do have a report we want to give from our BEN program. I guess I'll mention it. I'm trying to think how long we've been around, but we don't have an agenda item that's included on the agenda for it. So we've been trying to figure out where we should come up. So I said I want to go ahead and report that. BEN is acronym for Bayshore Estates
Neighborhood Organization, yeah.
And this is something that was started way back when you were brand new, pretty much.
8 years ago.
Yeah, 8 years. And Dr. Woodruff was still here as a city manager. And it was an opportunity and an effort to get people in neighborhoods and a community that is always looked at as transient. I don't say that anymore because the whole world is transient.
Yeah.
But so, you know, you shouldn't just look at it as, well, since I don't live in a military town, this wouldn't apply to me or whatever. And it doesn't necessarily have to even include the military, although we do have people dispersed. But it's the same thing you were just talking a moment ago about, getting people together to see what their needs are in their community. We're downtown in the oldest part of Jacksonville. But you have not a lot of newer developments where people don't know who they are living next door to. Hurricanes are coming and they don't have an idea. Some people don't even know when to put the trash out because they just don't know each other, you know. And so we've been meeting for 8 years, and she said, on a regular basis, we meet quarterly.
Okay.
And the last meeting we had was August the 4th, and Tim Foster, who is Board of County Commissioners chairperson, and David Smitherman, who is the county manager, were our guest speakers for the day. And you've been there many a time with us, Brian. But it's an opportunity for people to sit down with the folks. The population is paying out the tax dollars, and oftentimes are totally disconnected from what's happening with the money they're putting out there. So they came by and they had some handouts for us. They talked about there's a new library coming, or to be built, coming down.
Library?
I can't tell you any details right this moment because they just kind of let us know. But so we'll be.
The idea's been here for a while.
Yeah, it's been around for a while.
Yeah.
But we're in a position to report back to you all and to the public that's watching what you can get done with this. You have a lot of neighborhoods who have a lot of standing water when rain comes and so forth, so we have those issues. So we get a chance to talk to them about this, and then in return, we get some updates on what's going on that the public can expect to have come in. I know you took some notes. Jane is one of our brand new, well, she's just been, I don't know that much time had gone by that you could be reappointed. But it's good because many people have lived in the neighborhood for a long time. I've lived there since '82. And you get to meet people and so on, and things change over time. And my neighbors keep up with me. Because when we moved into that house, I didn't have either one of my kids. Because I was 82, and my children are 36 and 41. And so they have grown up, gone to school, and now they're out there in the world. And, you know, I've come full circle, so I'm alone there now. And they do check with me about what's going on, if they see something. But I guarantee you they're knocking on the door or telling me what and we're right across from Wilson Bay Park, and things have changed a little here lately. And so that's one thing that we're really working on as a group, to address some things that we're seeing. And we're not letting go of that, so I hope they're listening. Our elected officials, we have some things we want to have done that we are not going to let go of until we figure out a way to do
We
this.
keep hearing it.
I know you do. So I know you had some things you wanted to report for.
If I could piggyback off of what Marcia said just a little bit, I won't go over what she has already mentioned, but our board recently met with Chief Phelps, Deputy Chief Dorn, and Captain Funky with JPD. And when we met with them, we told them that we want to have, our organization wants to have a great working relationship with them. We told them of some concerns that we have for the neighborhood, especially Wilson Bay Park. And they said they will start doing more patrols in our area, more patrols in our park. And so we have a real good relationship with them. And again, we want to keep that going. And also, we had the lights were out at Wilson Bay Park for about 2.5 weeks. People were down there trying to fish with flashlights.
Wow.
So we called over and talked to Mike LaQuarrie and Scott at Parks and Rec Facilities, and told them that the lights were out. Within about, I'd say 7 to 8 days after I told him, the lights were back on again, and everybody was happy when they went down and they could fish without flashlights. So, I mean, it's a great thing because we do listen to our neighborhood, and we take whatever our neighbors say back to City Council. And we always want to represent that we're not out there just to ask, what can you do for us, but what can we do for you? So I'm hoping that with as I was looking at the fall refresh, I'm hoping that perhaps we can get a group from our organization that will go out and help with those things as well. So it's a win-win in my opinion. So that's all.
Great.
Very good.
And we always wind up the talk by saying that we recommend any community. If you're living in a community and you just identify people around you, because it can grow, and it is growing, I think. We have people coming in that night, and we have our meetings for 1 hour. So we get you in there at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, you will run out the door. So this is not dragging on all night long. But it is a way of getting people out, people who are new and not quite sure, what to do about things that are just happening. In times gone by, that's what we did. Neighbors took care of neighbors. And we have got to get back to that kind of mentality. And it keeps, because we have the situation with the police department, they do now, because I see them, they come at odd times, they don't have it scheduled too much, but they cruise by and they'll sit there in the park for a while. So, and you never know when they're coming, so anybody who's planning on getting into something is not sure, they're going to be there, so they come on by. It's just been a good system, so whether you work with the city or not, because you all's priorities have changed as well. Just the idea of getting with your neighbors and finding out who needs what. And especially this community is changing, and all communities are changing. The population is aging. People are getting older and it's getting bigger, and there are more and more people who need help. And nobody has the kind of money you're going to have to put out to get into a really, really good, say, assisted living facility or some type of thing like that. You just don't have, you'd rather be in your house. It's just cheaper for everybody. Medically, it's better, every way you can think of. So I encourage any neighborhoods to try this out. I would say if they're looking to see what we look like, they would be welcome to come, and join our meeting. We will meet quarterly, as I said, down at the end of Court Street down there where the
At the New River Yacht Club.
Yeah, the yacht club is, and to see, what we're doing. And
So when is your next quarterly meeting?
The next meeting is, our secretary's here, so Linda, can you just say when the next meeting is, because I don't know it off the top of my head.
November 4th.
November 4th.
The first Monday, anyway.
Yeah, the first Monday
in November.
And it's the, at the yacht club.
Yeah, right down at the end.
I'm not sure I know what it is.
on Shore
Go down to Court Street until you can't go any further.
Yeah.
And it's sitting right there.
111.
that way. Okay.
The Georgetown Preservation,
Go ahead.
we had our quarterly meeting also, and we had the people from ALPS and the transportation conference. It was a really good working meeting. They provided us a lot of information and encouraging. I mean, it's like a lot of elderly people there also. And then we had an attorney to come and talk to us about air property. And he sat down with several people and, gave them information and offered that they could come to his office if, they wanted to follow up with that. So it was a really good meeting. And we had, again, sidewalks. I'm excited about that.
That's
fantastic.
I wonder how that happened.
Wow.
It had a lot to do with Miss Tracy Jackson's continuously pushing that, and finally there were some things that the neighborhood could do to open up that opportunity. So it was
awesome. I just like to ask one question. Have you put out any information about the hurricane coming and where people can call? It's not in the the water bill. Because I have I have three neighbors that just moved in and bought homes out there by me. And I had to walk across the street because they are military, because they was to transfer over. And I was telling him he had put his garbage out on Sunday afternoon, but it would have stayed there until Thursday. But he was going out of town, so he wanted me to came over and asked my grandson, could he look out at his house, right? We look at it. Brand new. So I told him, I said, you need to take your garbage back because it doesn't go to something. And the neighbor next door, they got three living in there with three big trucks. The trash can stays out from Thursday to Thursday. I told them, the city ain't come by and did nothing. They set them out. I'm saying to myself, if they blow out in the street into somebody's car, and the kids are getting out of school now, And we don't know when we're gonna have a storm or whatever like that, so that needs to be addressed. Because they coming in, he said, ma'am, I didn't know, so I thank you. So I've been watching his house, cause him and his girlfriend went and got married in Alabama. They got back a whole week, so we had to watch the house.
Well, I will.
And not just knowing, I don't even know his name.
I will share that whenever we have an approaching storm or emergency situation, that they can always go to the city website. Our media team, they do an excellent job in getting the word out and letting the public know what to do in case we have a hurricane event. So if they go to the city website, city Facebook page, all of that, they have excellent messaging that our media team put together.
And that's where he can sign up, like mine is when they let you know that the kid is missing or all that. And I told him, that's what I told him, to go to the website and they'll let you know. So he thanked me for that, but
So
I told him to tell the neighbor down the street, so.
Anytime you have a new neighbor, just have them sign up for the Jacksonville Connect.
Well, that's what I told him, so he thanked me for that, so.
Piggybacking on what Ms. Gloria said, I know sometimes they put information in the water bill.
Yeah, they do.
It's probably that, we might want to think about just sending something just for that cause, that issue.
Directly, so that.
Not included with a water bill, because it's generally.
And there's not a, we'll have to check to see when they put it in there, because I know they do like 30 days in advance, so if they didn't do a prior to hurricane season, it may have been like months back.
I check mine to make sure that I know, so I can tell
If they
people that come
did
into the
it,
neighborhood.
Just that
Definitely
trash, trash and some of the other things, what not to put out on the curb. And all this other stuff, and pulling your, the hazard of keeping your trash cans out and stuff of that nature. So.
Yeah, so we'll definitely let them know that those came up as concerns, because they got to put it so far out in advance that they'll schedule if it hasn't been scheduled, but definitely in the midst of, they do real time updates.
Because see, like on the holidays, most of the military, they go out of town, or they go back home. And it's like what we used to do before, when we'd have to tell a neighbor, if our trash can was out there, they'd pull it in for us. And that's what I will do for my neighbor now that just moved in, but I'm gonna have to tell him to pass the word. Because like Marsha said, we gotta live in a neighborhood, we need to, new people, they don't know, they just moved here.
Absolutely.
And they thank you, so I told them about the meeting.
All right.
I have a question about, first I want to remind our viewing audience that Bountiful Blessings is still,
No, go ahead.
Is still giving away food at First Baptist Church. They're located at First Baptist Church in Georgetown not only on Fridays, every Friday, but Mondays as well. And my aunt let me know that they did announce in church yesterday how much food they had given away just this year. And it was over 1 million, I thought it was over 1 million pounds of food, I thought she said. And they get food on Mondays as well as, so please go, please ma'am, please sir, please go. Fridays and Monday mornings over to First Baptist Church in Georgetown. And then I was gonna ask about the Heritage Trail markers that are in the park, that line the park, Riverfront Park, and they go around the neighborhood.
That goes through the chamber.
It goes through
Chamber
the Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's what I needed to check on. Thank you.
No, I don't know if they're active now, but me and my wife, we actually did most of them.
Redone them?
No, like follow
the trail. Okay.
Follow the trail.
How was the trail?
It was the trail.
It's long?
Yeah, I mean, it goes part is on base, part is off base. Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Paula, did you let people know too, Oslo Outreach also do the food on the same day? I was over there today, I didn't know what they did, so I went over there today visiting. They were having food giveaway today, and around the back, the man told me you could go around the back and they have hot food, because they got a kitchen.
Okay, where's this?
Oslo Outreach in New River.
Oh, in New River.
Yeah, because I was wondering what they do over there. But they got food on first Tuesday of the month and first whatever. So people listening, if you need food, go to them.
I can say that the line is long and people are definitely using Bountiful Blessings.
Yeah.
Yeah. was at our church today too. Watching all of them.
Yeah, they could have chosen best. There was a whole bunch of pictures out there that they could have chose.
Yeah.
You know, the Montford Point Association, every year around the middle to the end of August, they give away, or not give away, they give out congressional gold medals to those Montford Point Marines. And every year it gets smaller and smaller because the number of people that actually served back then are passing away. A couple years back, my grandfather actually got one. So our family has one of those congressional gold medals. But if you look all the way deep in the picture, that's one of the recipient's nephew, all the way over. No. Right there, right there.
Okay.
And the thing about it is, most of these people don't live in Jacksonville. These people come from out of town. They come from Chicago and California, and they come back to Jacksonville to commemorate these moments when their relatives went through Montford Point. And it was just, and it's always to make sure that we recognize this particular thing. If you haven't, I mean, I'm sure all of us have been out to the Memorial Gardens. Just go out there and check it out. You know, it's just something to see. And this year it was very well executed. And the people, I talked to some of the families that came into town, they were very, very, very grateful. Right. Not only for recognizing their family members, but for the city of Jacksonville, because the mayor was there. You didn't make it. I know the mayor was there, Ms. Marshall was there, and you know some folks was there just to show them that we still appreciate them. You know, and sometimes that goes a long way because, as we know, being a military community, sometimes we forget to thank ourselves. You know, so think about it, they live way away, nobody's really thinking about it. So I just appreciate the city of Jacksonville, the Montford Point Association for making sure that this is recognized every year. And if you get a chance, go out and just check it out.
And read some of the stones that you're walking on. I mean, you'd be surprised whose name is there, and you go, "Oh, I didn't know." And even my dad is there, and that was back in the 1940s, 1930s, 1940s. He was a Montford Point Marine.
See Mr. Hooper still showing up.
I got Sergeant Hooper right there.
Yeah. We have one, Mr. Kinlaw's 100 years old.
Yeah. And that's the thing, most of these guys, like if my granddad would be, if he would have been alive, been 106. Wow. So that shows you how long ago. And then we still got people that show up because we had a couple guys that's right there at 100. You know, these are World War II.
And I've been reading about a way that maybe as a project, you know, we're always looking for something to do. I have in my head as I was sitting up there looking at it, that there were 20,000 of these men who came from all over the United States to come let jobs and homes and college and careers and everything else because they wanted to, as they say, they came to fight for the right to fight because they could not serve at that time in the military. And so they set the path for what we see now. But there are many families who have someone who served and they don't even know.
They don't know.
Because when people go off to war, you listen to them and they talk about how they just want to put it behind them. When whatever they went through, they may get therapy or they may go to somebody, but the vast majority just want to put this behind them and keep on with life.
You have to pull that
sometimes they'll tell you that they found out because they were getting ready to close a house down and just going through what they consider to be junk and looked in a box somewhere and saw that their loved one had served and had pictures and they didn't even know this person had served in the military period, let alone been an original Montford Point. And so thinking about, since we do put so much effort into this, thinking about ways like between now and each year that we can get to people, because since they're all over the country, we know about all this. But just thinking about I thought about the Steve Harvey Morning Show, that if we could, if this is always done in August, that starting maybe in the spring, contacting whoever it is you contact, because they have a lot of causes that and people respond. They got 9 million people listening to them. And these would be the community that would have these men in their families. And so they're still looking for people that they don't know, and the time is running out because
we don't have a lot.
Like I said, you're talking about 1945 and that war ended, and so just trying to figure out a way that you can put out, especially with technology being what it is now. Before, when you had pencil and paper, it would have been impossible. Now, I think with technology and maybe some help from some young people that would like to take on a project out there in the community and do their thing, because they know how to do this, and just put all of this out all over planet Earth, for that matter, and see, and I bet you they would turn people up that we're never going to find any other way.
That's a great
Well, this is the thing that bothers me. Most of the people don't even know that Muffle Point is over there. And when I told a person that served in the military that Hashmark Johnson was buried at the front of Camp Johnson, he said, I didn't know that. I said, you see the stone when you go into the base. And I tell a lot of the kids, one of the girls asked me at my church the other day, she said, I never even thought about Camp Johnson when they thought that. I said, but it's been there all the time. Take your kid over there and let them see the museum.
Beautiful over there.
And I said, it's history. And I said, the Navy, the piece of steel that came from 9/11. Because I'm a lifetime member. And you go over there and you see all this stuff that Jacksonville has put together, the Navy and everybody. You just take the kids over there and let them know what's going on. Half the kids don't even know what's there.
And it's a great walk all through and back around.
And the beautiful one down at the end by the motorcycle shop, the last one for the Vietnam Memorial thing, is beautiful.
And also the new museum that's being built, still being built.
North Carolina. The North Carolina.
That's it.
That's it? Okay.
Anyone else? Any our city, one city, my city moments? Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we do have some more in addition to, like I stated, the Youth Council does have a summer leadership program. And this summer, we partnered with Toastmasters to give them an opportunity to learn how to do public speaking, deliver speeches. And it was a 5-week program on Wednesday for 2 hours each. And so before you have the presenters from Toastmasters, and they actually received certificates for table topics, learning how to do impromptu speaking. Some of them delivered speeches immediately. Some had prepared speech, some had on the fly, but it was a great opening opportunity for them because it also allowed them to be vulnerable. Some of them identified that they are not used to speaking in front of others, and by the end of the session, they were just going at it. On the very last session, we actually had the parents do an orientation, and after the orientation, they joined Toastmasters. And so here you have a parent that actually received a certificate for presenting during the sessions as well.
That's all right.
Any future, thank you for your My City, One City, Our City, My City moments, everyone. Any future agenda topics?
I would like old car removals. How do we get people to remove those vehicles?
It all depends on if they're on the street or whether or not they're in the yards. If they're on the street, then you can call the police department. And if they're in someone's yard, then that is code enforcement.
Yeah.
Code enforcement has a nice website that you can just report anonymously.
Yes.
I guess we don't have to do that in future.
Code enforcement is a busy department. Any questions or comments? Is there a list of key?
If I could just add one date to this. New Bridge Street grand opening is September the 26th. 5 to 9. And they'll have food vendors and a band, I believe, and is it called Rock the Block?
Rock the Bridge. Rock the Bridge or Rock the Block?
Rock the Block.
What is it?
Rock the Block.
I think it's Rock the Block. I like it.
Repeat that again. I will write down the date.
It's September 26th from 5 to 9. And I can tell you, there's a lot of good things coming to downtown. If you haven't been to 1940 Bistro, they have got a little area there where they put picnic tables out there. And this weekend, they had their grand opening, and Jesse and I went by and just stopped, and we didn't get out, but it was, they had a band out there. It was really nice. And Mulatto's Boutique is there, and I think we have Cozy Co. coming downtown, which is a candle shop, and let's see, Tattered Cottage is going to move from their location down on Court Street and up to New Bridge Street, if I'm not mistaken. So there's a lot of good things coming, and I think for all of the effort and all of the money that's been put into the downtown renovation, I think it would be a good thing for all of us to go out and support that day.
You can say that we have a downtown.
We have a downtown. Yes, it's been a long time
Where your tax
coming.
dollars went.
Okay.
Remember National Night Out's October 11th? The time is early afternoon. So I think it starts either 3 or 4 o'clock.
3 or 4 instead of 5.
Yeah, it's earlier this year.
Oh.
And it's in the
People didn't
comments.
get off work.
It's at the
Not
Commons.
downtown, it's in the comments.
Yeah. So make sure you mark your calendars because we will be looking for our advisory committee to hang out with us at the table and help us pass out those flyers, identifying all the different services that we do offer. So mark your calendars, October 11th. We will send you reminders.
Make sure they tell us, put it in our calendars.
We'll send you a calendar invite. We'll send you a calendar invite. Our next meetings are October 27th and December 15th. Make sure you have on your calendar December 15th because that is before Christmas. So remember, our December meeting is not our normal fourth Monday due to the holidays.
Santa Claus.
So make sure you have your dates. All right. And as always, at the bottom of your agenda is our mission. So please make sure that you always keep that in the forefront in everything that you do and speaking with others to help make City of Jacksonville better.
Who do you report? Oh, I'm sorry. One question. Who do you report to when you get to the corner where Mai Tai, you know that hotel sits at the corner? There's a bush that sits there, and you can turn right when the green light turns for us to come off in this extension. But the bush is so, you got to pull your car so far out to see around the bush. So who cuts it?
It would be the property owner.
Go
but-
back to Parks and Rec?
If it's coming,
Yeah, but today, 'cause they worked on something the other day down there, right in front of Bojangles, that's what I'm talking
so
about.
if you're coming up Henderson and you're turning onto 7th Marine,
Bojangles,
okay,
Mai Tai, the street that Mai Tai is on, when you come to, and a hotel
Henderson.
sits there.
That's Henderson.
And there's a, what is this, a hotel, I think, you see the back of it, it's real raggedy and yellow, because they never do cut the grass on the
So
side.
you're turning right onto Marine?
Turn right on, yeah, coming down here.
Okay.
There's a bush that sit there, and they tell you to turn right, when you pull out,
We'll go.
you can't see
We'll
it.
take care of it.
He gonna
We'll take care of it.
Oh, Will Smith will take care of it.
Brian's gonna help him.
Oh, okay.
You'll supervise.
But I wanted to know because it's very
I'll
dangerous.
supervise.
So we'll let code enforcement know so they can get the whole.
Code enforcement.
The owners.
No, we already got somebody to take care of it.
All right, Madam Chair.
Thank you all so much for attending and tuning in, and thank you all. And thank our guests. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for coming.
Call for your motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
All in favor? Meeting is adjourned. Motion is carried.